One God calls Abram in the land of Ur of the Chaldeans. There lived a man named Abram, the son of Terah. He was married to Sarai, but they had no children. One day, God spoke to Abram and gave him a command. Leave your country, your people, and your father's household and go to the land I will show you. I will make you into a great nation, and I will bless you. I will make your name great, and you will be a blessing. He took his wife Sarai, his nephew Lot, and all their belongings, and set out for Canaan, the land that God had promised him. When he arrived, God appeared to him again and said, "To your offspring, I will give this land." Abram and Sarai traveled to Egypt for food. Fearing that the Egyptians would kill him because of Sarai's beauty, Abram told her to say she was his sister. Pharaoh, thinking she was unmarried, took Sarai into his palace. But God afflicted Pharaoh's household with plagues, and when Pharaoh discovered the truth, he rebuked Abram and sent them away. Separation from Lot. Abram and his nephew Lot became wealthy, but their servants quarreled over land. To keep peace, Abram allowed Lot to choose first where he wanted to live. Lot chose the fertile plains near Sodom and Gomorrah, while Abram stayed in Canaan. After Lot left, God reaffirmed his promise. Look around from where you are. All the land that you see, I will give to you and your offspring forever. One night, God appeared to Abram in a vision and said, "Do not be afraid, Abram. I am your shield, your very great reward." But Abram was still childless. He asked, "What can you give me since I remain childless?" God took him outside and told him to look at the stars. "So shall your offspring be." Abram believed God, and it was counted to him as righteousness. Hagar and Ishmael. Years passed, but Abram and Sarai still had no child. Sarai suggested that Abram have a child with Hagar, her Egyptian maidservant. Hagar bore a son, Ishmael. But this was not God's plan for the promised child. A new name and the promise of Isaac. When Abram was 99 years old, God appeared to him again and changed his name to Abraham, meaning father of many nations. Sarai was also given a new name, Sarah. God told Abraham that Sarah would bear a son, and his name would be Isaac. Abraham laughed, thinking, "Shall a child be born to a man who is 100 years old?" But God assured him that the promise would come true. As a sign of the covenant, God commanded Abraham and all his household to be circumcised. The destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah. 3 angels visited Abraham and told him that Sarah would have a son within a year. As they were leaving, they revealed that Sodom and Gomorrah were going to be destroyed because of their wickedness. Abraham pleaded with God, asking him to spare the cities if there were righteous people there. But not even 10 righteous people were found. God sent angels to rescue Lot and his family, but Lot's wife looked back and turned into a pillar of salt. Fire and brimstone rained down on Sodom and Gomorrah, destroying them. Birth of Isaac as promised. Isaac was born when Abraham was 100 years old. Sarah rejoiced, saying, "God has brought me laughter." But tension arose when Sarah saw Ishmael mocking Isaac. She asked Abraham to send Hagar and Ishmael away. Though troubled, Abraham obeyed after God told him that Ishmael would also become a great nation. Abraham's greatest test, the sacrifice of Isaac. One day, God tested Abraham's faith by telling him to sacrifice Isaac. Obediently, Abraham took Isaac to Mount Moriah. As he raised the knife to slay his son, an angel of the Lord called out, "Do not lay a hand on the boy. Now I know that you fear God." Abraham looked up and saw a ram caught in a thicket. God had provided a substitute sacrifice. Because of his obedience, God reaffirmed his covenant. "Through your offspring, all nations on earth will be blessed." Death of Sarah and Abraham's legacy. Sarah died at 127 years old, and Abraham buried her in the cave of Machpelah. Before his own death, Abraham arranged for Isaac to marry Rebekah. At 175 years old, Abraham died and was buried beside Sarah. Through Isaac, the promise continued, leading to Jacob, the 12 tribes of Israel, and ultimately, Jesus Christ, through whom all nations are blessed. The father of faith, Abraham's life was a journey of faith, trust, and obedience. He made mistakes, but he always returned to God. Because of his faith, he became the father of many nations, and his story continues to inspire millions today. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss an update. Share this with your friends and family so they can be inspired too. We'd love to hear your thoughts, so drop a comment below. And for more stories and updates, check the links in the description. Blessings to you all.